This might sound a little bit scary to you, but just hear me out. God does not forgive anyone in the universe. Let's say you hate caterpillars. For to you, they are ugly, pesky things that come to strip the leaves off, destroying your tomatoes. Plus, in your mind, they are creepy. You can never not hate what caterpillars do, as they always destroy your labor. And today, you see these pesky things. You wonder why God gave you devil insects to contend with. You do all you can to get rid of these adversaries. But tomorrow, you return to the farm and you see that beautiful butterfly. You love butterflies. All they ever do is fly around and be beautiful. You catch it, you touch it, you adore it, you watch it flutter around, bringing beauty everywhere. You are happy for what you experience in the butterfly and that new day. But no, do you forgive that butterfly? If you say yes, I ask, for what? The butterfly has never done you anything wrong. Will you say, oh, I forgive you for yesterday when you were a caterpillar? That would be so wrong. A caterpillar is never a butterfly. Neither is a butterfly ever a caterpillar. Maybe a caterpillar became a butterfly, but that is different. A butterfly could never have eaten your tomato plant. If you had problems in the past connected to a caterpillar, just know that the butterfly had nothing to do with it. How can you forgive a butterfly for never doing you wrong? If God forgave that caterpillar for what it is, then it would never advance. It would stagnate to never become a butterfly. Therefore, God must ever hold you to task. God cannot forgive you. Hello again, my people. Skywalker here, coming with the illumination. From a darker day to a brighter day, you soar through the cosmic upon this earth airplane. We have made this trip before. We know where we are in the cosmic. It is time for new vocabularies to enter to our mindsets. It is time to tweak the alphabet for thought. It is time to allow new dimensions of senses to emerge and open up the mediating spirit master of Christ, whom the people crucified upon the cross. Many a time going forward, new insights will come to us, and by that natural divine process, three dimensions will turn into four. On that day, the baton will be passed back to the ancient gods, and the world will again shift paradigms. What had seemed impossible will become possible again. The way of capitalism was the way of the sociopath, but yet it is where we see the only possibilities. The way of the empath is socialism. That's what they call it, right? Socialism. And that seemed impossible. This will also change. It will change at the point when there is a new dimension that opens up more of our senses. Simple things that you could never reckon will suddenly be clear and visible right under your nose. As of today, to the next 5 years, will be a wonderful roller coaster ride. But many black leaders will come to shame. This is not me saying this. These are the conditions in the cosmic. It is the way of all the ages. Happy next 2000 years, my people. To expect forgiveness is human arrogance. It is to expect a certificate of mastery for something you never learned to master. To have to forgive is a human conceit. It is to believe that you are so better that you are not subject to the eventualities that all men are subject to, cause and effect. Let me explain this part. You should not seek revenge for what is already God's judgment upon you. We all say that everything happens for a reason. We say there is cause and effect. So whatever comes to us is the result of our causes, and we do not have the means by which to calculate why it comes to us. We only know that the universe is right, and what is given is what we must overcome to be absolved. It is not about whether we did better or worse either. It is about what measures will bring us absolution. Sometimes the one who is closer home will bear the most challenges. Even by far, whenever you're closer home, you bear the most challenges. If we have to forgive, it means we have cast the blame for our own karma. That mindset also must be absolved in itself. God will not forgive you if a tree fell and blocked your path and caused you to be late for work. You see it as the eventualities, right? You never cast blame upon or hate the tree that falls into your path. However, as long as that eventuality came by the vessel of a living being, you cast blame as if it is different. It seems different only because you want to see it that way. The other person, that one who did the damage, has his own path and soul. You must consider yours by seeking your own absolution to bring your spirit being to proper balance so that you gain your higher degree. Some things will repeat, some classes will repeat until you learn the lessons. It is not wise to have your path tied to another person's decision to forgive or not to forgive, to learn or not to learn. You only have control of your own. You will not be forgiven, but seek to be absolved of what you were. When you experience the caterpillar today, hope that tomorrow you will come to find a butterfly in its place. That is absolution. Seek absolution. When you do wrong, work to be the butterfly. That is absolution. Without absolution, you will do the same thing again. For the nature of the caterpillar is that it cannot do as the butterfly, and that is the problem. When someone does you wrong, move away from the threat and move on. Take that lesson and study hard to be absolved. At the end, you will have a higher degree. Never forget all the lessons you learn because of adversities, for they are the exact things that the universe was emphasizing. You see, many of us have come to believe that forgiveness and absolution are the same things. Forgiveness is the farce, but absolution is the truth. Forgiveness is like to say, okay, I am so perfect that although I know you are a caterpillar, I will think of you as a butterfly, and I will forget that I must be wary of you, the caterpillar. Not only is this forgiveness foolish, but it is also counterproductive. And God, for this reason, will not just forgive you. Absolution is like some child who went to school 5 years without learning his lessons and gaining qualifications. Now he goes for a job. Then the recruiting man will say, "You are not qualified. Go back to school and do all these tests again. Then you can return when you become qualified." Unqualified souls are not absolved, for they are the caterpillars. The ones that qualify are the butterflies. Forgiveness is that recruiting man who will say, "You have neither qualification nor skill, but I will take you anyway and hope you will know what to do." That is so foolish. Does forgiving him make him suddenly have his subjects? No way. God cannot just forgive you and destroy the integrity of justice. It is the way of the universe. We must always apply ourselves and do the work. And even by that knowledge, the recruiter knows to avoid those that are unqualified. They do not have wings, so they simply cannot soar as expected. Yet they will not be condemned. For yesterday you saw that caterpillar, and today you see the butterfly. You know what can happen, right? They became butterflies because they were never forgiven. There is no shortcut. God will not forgive you. Over eons of time, your basic truths were taken by these confusions and it turned your butterflies into caterpillars. Today, we begin to raise Christ. The new day arises, and this is why the fear in their paradigm that the great sons are rising. You do not ever have to forgive anything. It is good to apologize for your behavior, for it shows the lack of intent to repeat. However, no one is independent and no one is dependent on you or your actions unless that person is also arrogant and conceited, right? No one is dependent on you or your actions unless that person is also arrogant and conceited. A caterpillar ate his tomatoes and he cannot move on without being attached to anger and casting the blame. Avoid the caterpillar by strong words and deeds if necessary, but don't be attached to that which has passed. They are simple words put up against you. They are put up against your mindset that keeps you down as always. These words against your mindset puts you down forever. The word forgiveness keeps you satisfied and thinking that God accepts mediocrity. God does not want mediocrity, so it gave you the faculties to greatly advance. Sometimes you know what is right and still do the wrong 1,000 times. That cannot be forgiven. That has to be absolved. But you are still not hopeless. You are not ready to be on the higher step of the ladder. Determined to get there. Work hard to be the butterfly. And when you become the butterfly, remember you have no guilt for the deeds of a butterfly in the past. If that was any deed of yours in who and what you are, then you would not be the butterfly. Work hard and absolve yourself, for there is no way that God will forgive you and bring the caterpillar up with the butterflies. Those that will condemn the butterfly, who was once a caterpillar, was always that same caterpillar sometime. Moreover, because he will condemn you now, he proves to be a caterpillar, and it's an ugly way to be. This is why God will never forgive you, but God will ever push you, the caterpillar, to become absolved in the butterfly or as the butterfly. I hope this was good food for you to think upon. Like and share the video to spread the reasoning. Please also subscribe to this channel. Peace out.